consoles, whatever. But now we've come into this place where you have so much access to inference via just a huge dynamic corporate of APIs that it's super easy now to set up an agent and plug it into a harness and maybe get that reverse engineer, trick malware, put it in a harness for.
Yo, tell Wilson. Oh, yo, that ass. Take a picture next to the car and tell Wilson. Or give him the 100%, bro. What you think, bro? You rolling up in the Honda?
In the Hondeezy.
My fault. What you think? Hey, how much is this? Let's figure it out.
He's fucked up.
Wait, but this is Dominican owned now?
We start the return, we go through it, we check to make sure we have everything we need. If we don't, we follow back up with the client. And once we feel we have everything from the client, then we finalize the return. We'll review it with the client over the phone. Then you have tech-savvy client is, send them a copy, they can look at it, we can talk to it over the phone. And once they are in agreement with what we have there, doesn't need anything else, they're good with what we have, no surprises, all that stuff, then we're ready to file it.
To make sure that I understand, if it's a new customer, let's say it's a single filer, new customer, you would try to either meet in person or on the phone. You would try to get their information. All right, I just got off the phone with Brian. He actually is giving me a shot. He wants some of his payroll services to be automated and holy cow, dude, I'm freaking out. I don't know what the fuck I was saying in the call. This time it's freaking legit, but he sounds like a cool guy. Very young. Account receivable, all automated. We can start there, and then if I also can think of a way to automate that, but also easily automate the rest, and also try to come up with an entirely CRM-based software to try to settle on everything. Dude, this is a freaking gold opportunity right here. And then I told him I was going to reach out to him with the pricing and everything, and I was going to get his call back. I suck at phone calls, but we're getting there. I'm excited. He actually gave me an opportunity. He actually sat there for 45 minutes. I had this freaking guy on the phone call. We're just talking about workflows, talking about process, and trying to find inefficiencies within his thing. And shit, someone actually believes in me. Shit. Look! And while he stands tough, notice that this man did not have his hands up. I walked into the restaurant and came out with the lead, man. All right, bro. This episode brought to you by Accido Technologies. What is up, boys, ladies and gentlemen? We have officially entered our first sales call who showed up. His name is Brian. I'm not sure if I mentioned him yesterday, but we ended up rebooking for today. He actually showed up. Everything was good. And so he actually really wants the business. I really do implore it. I suck at talking. We talked about 45 minutes. I really try to understand his workflow, and I broke down his entire setup. And I really try to identify as much of the systems that he uses and the tax software and the process of trying to get from zero to hero. And he is so far, he's a very patient person. He seems to be extremely interested in my services, and he really wants to give me a shot. So I'm going to try my best to come up with the best solutions for him. So far we have a solution we have a problem for it's a term for taxes. His payroll services is one of them, and his other one is account receivables. So he wants me to automate his account receivables and his payrolls, and he said we'll start from there. I also have a few ideas to upscale, giving him his own AI assistant. Maybe he's interested in that for work and stuff, since I already use it for work, for managing my tasks and cut back calendars and everything. I think it's wonderful. But a lot of the main issues right now is that a lot of the taxes or tax firms still have a lot of older generation or lazy people. You can't just send people a link. I hope you could just send people a link and then just automatically be like, have common sense to fill out a form and put in their name, their number, and their W-2s, their 1099s, but it's not that easy. And then also a lot of people are older. So some of his clients are older, so they're the kind of people that you need to show up to their house. This is my W-2, this is my 1099. And then from there, you're able to actually start working and do what you need to do. So right now, I was able to understand his entire workflow and his process from onboarding a very brand new client to actually getting the tax done, to getting the payroll services or whatever the client actually needs. So I am now, as we're driving, I'm coming up with ideas to not just fix what I mentioned before, which is this account of receivables or payroll, but also try to come up with ways to try to see if I can come up with a system that does everything for him, but I'm only going to give him a glimpse. And by giving him the glimpse, I fix exactly where his issue is, leaving me happy. And then I am going to then be like, in a few months, be like, oh, by the way, I want to show you what else this can do. And then give him the whole, because right now it's tax season, it's busy. But after April, May, I want to sit down with him and be like, yo, but look what this can actually do. And actually show him the full thing. And then right there, the upsell is going to be easy. Oh my God, why didn't you tell me this earlier? Boom, we convert, we sell, and move on. But right now, we got to focus on his main pay points, which is account receivables and payroll. And then actually, right after that, I went to pick up some food for my sister at the restaurant. I met up with an old friend. He does taxes now. Just happens to do taxes now. His main problem is that he has a lot of clients who send their personal information through WhatsApp, through Telegram, through email. So different avenues of receiving their information. I'm going to come up with a solution for him to try to organize all that data into one consolidated place, whether that be the cloud, Google Drive, Office 365, or his actual local storage on his hard drive. So exciting. These are 2 new leads just back to back. I got one more lead to call to, he's actually a California CPA, to just ensure that I got his email correctly and that he shows up on the schedule, because he filled up my Facebook ads request and he did not input his email correctly. So I got to reach out to him by phone or just try to get a handle of him and try to get that correct email so that way I can go ahead and actually send them the link for the schedule. Everything is flowing, baby. Everything's flowing in. Let's go. Let's get the money. All right, it's currently 8 o'clock. So I'm going to be basically organizing everything of what I've done today. Getting ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a 7 a.m. meeting at a diner. It's that networking group I talked about in the other video. And we're just going to go ahead, get everything prepared, organized, practice some Chinese, and then get ready for that 7 a.m. That's going to be tough. It's going to be about a 45-minute drive for me. So I got to wake up real early for that, get my morning routine out, and then be at the diner by 7 a.m. I got a friend coming up to visit as well. He said he has, because there's chapters. So I got a friend who introduced me to that business. And all of a sudden I told him about it. And I told him which chapter I'm going to be going to. And he knows about 10 people in that chapter. So this is going to be pretty cool. I'm just going to go in there, introduce myself. I got a whole bunch of cards locked and loaded. And we got flyers and a whole bunch of other informative marketing. And I'm just going to put myself out there. And whatever lands, we outside with it. We already got 2 leads today. The guy from the restaurant. And we got Brian. Next, we're going to see if we can... Oh, I got to call up Peter and try to get that email. And let's just get that whole thing situated, my boy. Let's get these projects coming in so I can get them out. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, bright, early. Keep up the team spirit. Peace out.